We're live. We're not.
No, we're not. We're recording.
We're recording.
We're not live.
So what episode is this?
Episode 4
Oh my gosh.
of Taste Tesla.
Yes.
You got Corey, Chris, and Anne-Marie.
Hello. and spam.
Today we are having spam.
How did we decide
Somebody suggested it on Facebook.
Lisa Hayes suggested it.
Yeah.
But I also think it's one it's very American.
Oh yeah.
I've never had spam.
Me neither.
I don't think I have, but there's nothing about this that concerns me. I am confident I'm going to love this.
Really?
Oh, I mean, so because as a kid, I liked pressed ham, which was just like ham mushed together into a.
Yeah,
loaf.
yeah. Oh yeah, like the Oscar Mayer.
Yeah, it can't be that much different than bologna. Let's
I
be
don't think
honest.
I've ever had pressed ham either.
Oh god, there's so many episodes for us.
I mean,
Wait, so
I feel like
they make it look really appetizing on the.
I do feel like we're
can.
supposed to it's already cooked, but cooking it like fried bologna would be a good idea.
Yeah.
Somebody posted that fried is the best way to eat it.
Yeah.
That doesn't look appetizing. That does not look appetizing
It
at
looks
all.
a lot like pressed ham. I mean, it really does.
I can't get. Okay.
Do
So
we? I guess I'm not going to ask. I'm curious what kind of meats it is.
meats?
It's,
It's
uh,
all the meats.
It's pork product.
Wanna
All right,
smell
we can stop at pork products.
It does smell a bit like
No,
cat
I can
food.
smell it. You don't even have to put legit.
It
I can
smells
smell
like cat
it.
food.
It does smell a lot like cat food.
Right? Doesn't it?
That
Like the
smells
good stuff that your
100%.
cat gets really excited about?
Oh god.
Okay, so I feel like, all right, so I'm just gonna, I feel like when it comes out, it's gonna be like,
Wait, you just dump it on the cutting board?
Yeah.
yeah, why
Oh,
not?
okay. All right. Well, I don't know. I don't
I
use
mean, I
cutting boards.
really don't want to scoop it out with a spoon. Like that does not seem like something I want.
Oh,
there we go.
yeah.
It's disgusting.
Oh. Oh.
That's nasty. So you're not supposed to cook this. We're sure.
Well,
Well,
you
no,
can
you
heat
can.
it up.
You can. It's
But
already,
you don't have to.
You don't have to. It's pre-cooked.
No.
Okay.
Why would
Okay.
you get out of the way of the
I do feel
magic?
sort of like the egg that we're not eating this in the way that it is intended.
Culturally.
Right.
So-
Culturally intended.
There's no chance this is going to be as disgusting as the egg.
Right. No
I
chance.
don't know. I mean, no.
I like how you don't want to touch it.
I don't, well, I
Yeah,
don't
what
want
are
to
you
get my
doing?
hands on it. I want to cut it. I don't know how to cut it. Like
I
there's
appreciate
lines
you
on
not
it.
touching it. You know what's funny? So, Chris, I don't know if you watched the video back. Did you see she pump faked us on the egg?
Oh,
She
yeah,
didn't
yeah.
actually eat the egg.
I thought you guys knew.
I
No,
know.
how we
Okay.
know? We're facing
just
forward.
use the knife like a normal
No, I
person.
feel like I want to get nice thin slices. See, if I cut
That
use
actually
the knife,
works really well.
I cannot believe that actually works.
That works extremely
do you
well.
want thick? I feel like thick slices would make it not.
Yeah, I'll pass on thick slices.
I mean, I'm gonna love this. It's not gonna. I mean, I'm not worried.
I'm not too terribly worried
That should
about
be
it.
enough for us, right? To make sandwiches.
I mean, sure.
So this is a great item for me to jump into coming off of pescatarianism.
Yes. So let's talk about that because. But is this your first? Didn't you go to the steakhouse or
I
something
did.
like that?
I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what did you have at the steakhouse?
I tried a steak. I didn't like it. Well, I'm sure I will get back to it, but it's been a year and 4
Can
months.
I ask you a personal-ish question about that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. What's up?
So I remember when I didn't eat red meat for a long time.
Yeah.
And then I ate red meat.
Yeah.
And I had some issues.
Zero issues. I feel fantastic.
Really?
Yeah, I
No,
feel
like-
fantastic. Nope.
Okay.
That was a concern though, because I think that's what
It's a
you
legitimate
hear.
concern, yeah.
That's what you hear. So I didn't eat meat for a year and 4 months, and that was definitely a concern. But the crazy thing to me, and I was telling my friend the other day, is I feel better back on meat than I did not eating meat.
Well, like the protein's got to be good for you.
I don't think I was eating the right things when I was pescatarian. I wasn't eating enough. And I
Of
didn't-
like the stuff to make sure your body was getting
exactly.
everything you needed.
Yep.
I'm making such a mess back here. So,
Are you making full on
Is
like
there an
2
entire
slices?
loaf
I'm
of
making
bread?
sandwiches. I've got Boar's Head American cheese, and I feel like mustard is called for,
Yes,
right? Because ham and mustard.
the State Fair mustard.
So you don't want a full-on sandwich?
I do. I want to mask
Okay.
the
I
spam
mean,
as much
come
as
on.
possible.
Well, yeah, there we go.
Wait, what did you want to do?
Yeah. What do you want to have a half sandwich?
You just want to eat these little slices,
I
don't
do. I
you?
think
You want like tea sandwiches?
Oh wait,
or
speaking
something?
of, can we talk about the popcorn that you had?
Oh,
the
that
the hot
text was
sugar pop
hysterical.
that you
Mhm.
had.
So I left it in my car.
For how long?
For at least 3 days. And as I was just driving around, I was just eating. It was sitting right here, and I was just housing it. And there is
I'm sure there's probably trash.
orange
There's legit orange trash.
popcorn dust in the console, in between the seats. That's going to be there for as long as I own this car. It's like down in there.
I picture you leaving it closing and being like, one now.
So yeah, I've had to clean the seats a little
Oh
because
my
like it's in
God.
the stitching.
That's funny.
Like that stuff was legitimately
It was really yummy.
over seasoned.
Did you do a smiley face? Oh, I thought you did
No,
a
but I
mustard
should
smiley
have.
face.
Yeah, there's so much seasoning on that popcorn that it was impossible to not make a mess of it.
So Anne Marie is legit making sandwiches. There's cheese, there's mustard. The mustard's being spread with a knife.
I mean, I feel like if we're gonna do this, we have to do it.
Right,
I agree.
Like,
I'm gonna
you can't
insist you
just-
cut the crust
and
off
if we
mine.
like it, I'm not cutting the crust off of you, you grown ass man. I've never did that for my children. You know how some
think I
people do
did.
that? I was like, no,
I wonder
you
if
need
I
to
did.
suck it up. Although kids don't like the crust.
Right.
Right.
That's true. This one's gonna have extra.
That one's mine.
Spam sandwiches.
Do you want me to cut it in quarters?
I want little triangles.
I will do that for my daughter. I will cut it in quarters for her.
I think I just cut it in half diagonally.
That's the way.
Yeah, that's
That
the
is the way.
standard.
So you
the
really
standard
do
way.
want me to cut it for you? Jesus.
Oh, you got a knife and
You're
everything.
a lot of work.
You got a
You're
knife.
a lot of work.
Cut it up.
Make sure we have some. All right, so and then where is the popcorn now, or did you eat so
a
much
great question.
you finished
It's
it?
actually at home. Cameron has taken it away from me, and she's
That's
been
probably healthy.
eating the white cheddar. Like
Good.
it's her job.
And
That
happy
was the best
anniversary
popcorn.
to you
Happy
guys.
anniversary, yeah.
Thank you.
2
Yeah.
years.
We've been dating for 2 years.
And can we talk about what Chris Mann is wearing?
Well, I think
today?
that's the anniversary attire.
Sweater.
Yeah, you have
Sweater.
Is that for 2 years?
It's
you
2
get
years.
Sweater?
Yeah, 2 years of
Like
sweater.
paper sweater.
Exactly.
All right, so look at how beautiful these are. I mean,
These are legit sandwiches. I should have requested mayo.
you should have, because I would have brought it. I totally would have brought it.
So how'd you decide what was going on the sandwich?
Well, I figured cheese, because I figure it's ham-ish,
Yeah.
right?
Okay.
All right, so is it okay that you want to cut it on the diagonal? Is that what you said?
Oh yeah, just
Is this a
diagonally. No, that'll work though. That's fine. That's fine.
Do it over again.
Oh.
Do it over again.
No, that's fine. That
Okay.
can be Chris's actually.
And you want yours cut on the diagonal?
Yeah.
See, I think we should try it all ways. So Chris's was cut right in the middle.
Mhm.
Yours is cut on that diagonal.
See, we're all different.
And then I'm just going to eat it hardcore.
It's our personalities.
I'm not even going to cut it.
This is
Yeah.
fine china, just to be.
Legit
Clear about
fine
what's happening.
china.
This is- yeah.
She broke out the good stuff for
I mean-
our spam sandwiches.
I mean, we've got to be, and you've got to be.
This is a nice plate.
It is nice, isn't it? I mean,
You know what millennials have killed?
what?
that?
Fine china.
What do you mean they killed it?
Millennials, and I consider myself like outer edge. We don't use china.
Well, I don't use it either. That's why I'm bringing it here. So I.
Well, they
I don't
don't.
think
They don't
anybody
ask
does
for
anymore.
it. Like it's not something that they want.
People used to ask for
very,
that.
yeah, unlike your wedding registry. But I
Yeah.
think it's very smart because I think it's stupid. Like you get all of
Yeah.
this.
It's a waste. It's such a
And
waste.
then like, oh God, I need this plate. I need the platter, and then you
Yeah.
literally
And then you
never
have to go to
use
that
it.
place out in Mebane called Replacements to get.
But I
Yep.
will say,
Replacements.
my wife's mom has Princess House. I don't know if you're familiar with that. It's
No.
very fancy dining items.
Okay.
And she has a ton. So she's giving it out to the kids. And we did use it for Thanksgiving. It was an amazing setup.
Really?
Yeah, it was a nice setup.
All right,
cool
so
stuff.
let's just get into this. All right, cheer. We got to cheers.
We
it.
cheers a sandwich?
We cheers everything. Okay.
A spam sandwich.
There you go.
I'm gonna love this. I
God.
might actually go back
Chris
for
is
seconds.
ready to chow.
Well, I mean,
Tastes like ham.
it's ham and cheese sandwich.
It does taste like ham. Very strong ham. It tastes like bologna. Right?
Ham-maloney. So it's like tastes like. I think now we should eat it. Little.
By itself?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like we really need to go for it.
Right now, I'm just getting a lot of mustard.
That's what I want.
Oh, I'm so
glad
sorry.
there's a sandwich involved.
Here you go, Corey.
Oh, no, I
Come on,
appreciate
no.
it.
You have to, Corey.
kidding me?
Yeah, we have to.
I
Come
have
on.
some on my sandwich.
Yeah, but I want to I want to taste it. Just.
I want the true
There.
salty
I
soda.
can taste
meat.
it.
Cheers.
No, I'm not.
Cheers it. Cheers it.
Why are we choosing spam? It's ridiculous.
It's good. Oh, listen, slice this up,
I don't
fry it
like
in
the
a skillet.
texture.
Well, that's how somebody posted that.
Yeah.
That's how you do it. They love it.
I
You
don't
fry
like the
it.
texture. The texture's gross.
It is gross.
It's
It is gross.
yummy, like
On the
in
list
a sandwich.
of textures that are problematic, 1,000-year-old eggs, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
That weird fruitcake that wasn't very good,
Ugh.
problematic.
Speaking of the 1,000-year-old egg, so I was doing some searching online to pull up an image to post with our
Hormel?
podcast.
You did something good here.
Oh, you killed it. Yeah.
But searching the images, those 1,000-year-old eggs, they really dressed them up with some fancy dishes like that. really goes with things. Apparently, I don't know how, but that was disgusting.
And then Catherine wants us to
This
try
is good.
blood pudding.
I saw that. I don't like the name.
Well, if you see
What
the
is it?
pictures, it's a sausage.
Because the British people are weird.
Yeah.
They have blood pudding, and it's a sausage, not a pudding.
Yeah. And it's made with like blood.
No,
Yeah.
like animal blood. Oh no, I'll pass.
I mean, it's got like meats
What other
in
kind of
it.
blood would it be?
I don't know.
Human blood.
Human blood?
That's we're an animal.
It's probably legal somewhere.
No, I think it's pig blood, mixed with meats.
No. You're willing to try that?
I mean,
Okay, so at some point we're gonna have to get out of the Tesla and into a kitchen where we can appropriately cook these things.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah, true, true.
Because that is definitely not a thing that just you roll in with a little cooler and we just chow down on it.
That sounds disgusting.
No, we eat it on crackers, on Triscuits, with cheese.
It'll take some convincing on that one. We'll do that episodes down the line.
Can I tell? Yeah, I feel like this is not like a food challenge show.
Yeah,
it's not like
exactly.
how gross can you get.
Yeah, no, that's not what I'm going
that
for.
was just. You
But I
know.
did kind of want to do that one chip challenge with you guys.
Wait,
The
do
what?
what?
The one chip challenge.
I'm not sure what
It's
that is.
this. You get single potato chips in packaging,
Okay.
and it's got the hottest pepper dust sauce on it,
Okay.
Yeah.
and you have to basically eat it and not die. Just the one potato chip.
Well, I don't.
Uh,
no, I don't
yeah.
like. No.
See, when things like that come up, I weigh the fun to death factor.
Yeah,
and
is
if
that
it's
like
not
eating
fun
the,
enough to
the
die,
Tide Pods? I'm kind of like, oh. No.
I don't think
That's
that's
different.
similar to eating
Why
Tide
is it different? I mean,
A potato chip is just hot pepper potato chip.
but I
Yeah.
don't like hot spicy foods.
And I also don't understand spicy foods that are so hot that it's just hot. Like
Right.
there's no flavor. I don't understand
Because
the
he
point
followed up with,
in eating that.
you don't want, and see, make sure you don't die or something. Like,
That
I don't want to
doesn't
try
sound-
anything where I'm like, I might die, I might not.
Yeah.
You
You are killing that
want
sandwich.
me to make you another one?
Yeah.
Did you
No.
eat today?
Not really. Anyway,
All right, I'll make you another one.
But yeah, I don't understand the spicy things that are just spicy with no flavor.
Yeah, so what do you have to, is it a special potato chip that you buy?
yeah, you
or-
buy it, we order it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You order it? Is there like a waiver or something you have to sign?
I mean, I've never ordered it.
How do you hear about this stuff?
I don't know. I'm on the internet.
It's like the key.
Remember, he's on the Twitter and the Facebook.
Oh, and
he said.
he's a hipster, so he has the keys
Ah,
things.
I have a key to the Atlantic Lounge, yo.
Yeah, so let's talk about that for a minute. Because
I'm not familiar with this at all. Please
how do
let
they
me know
stay in
what it
business?
is.
Well, they're brand new.
What is it?
It's a bar in between Oakwood and Mordecai, over near Wilco and Crawford and Sons,
Mm-hmm.
and they have a members only sort of setup where you have to have met them beforehand and gotten a key from them.
Are there limited keys?
They're limited keys.
So can I just say, just as an aside, when we first moved here from New York, places that, I don't know if this is still a lot, places that served alcohol but not food, you had to be a member of.
They
You
still-
couldn't
that's-
just go
that's
into a
still
bar.
true.
Okay.
But literally, you just walk in and they hand you a membership.
So even
Right.
if you don't know them, you can just walk up. So I can walk up there and.
like any bar.
Not
is
this
like
place,
that.
though.
Okay,
Not
I'm
this-
talking about
No,
this
not
place.
this place.
This place
No.
is no. This
Okay.
place you have to have a key because they keep the handle on the door to the bar locked, and if you knock, they will not open it.
Okay.
You have to be able to unlock the door yourself.
It's stupid.
And
I'm
that
still waiting to
place
hear
open.
the.
they also have like a
Why?
no vacancy sign outside the door.
Oh, that's how you know?
So if it says no vacancy, that means there's already enough people in there. They don't want anybody else. And if you open the door when it says no vacancy, they'll take your key away.
And this is a bar.
Mm-hmm.
And if you open the door, they'll take your key away.
They don't want people
The
to
key they
come
gave
in.
you.
If they're already full up, that's
Yeah.
their way of saying, hey, we want to keep this a nice, like, reasonable place to come in where it's not
Okay.
packed.
Have you been?
We went there last night.
It sounds like a Mean Girls kind of bar.
No, it's actually super chill. Like it's super super
Unless the no
chill.
vacancy signs on.
Yeah,
then it's a
and
problem.
you've used your key.
It has
They're
not,
taking your key.
The key
it
they
has
gave you.
not
Yeah,
happened
they're
yet.
taking the key. So here's my question: how do places like how many keys have they given out?
That was my question. Is there unlimited keys?
They're not unlimited keys. They are not giving out that information.
So
I'm key 164.
how do you lose your key aside from opening the door with no
I
vacancy?
mean, if you're a jerk, I mean, they'll.
How did you get the key?
I knew the bar was coming, and
searched it on the internet.
No, so a friend of mine that lives in the neighborhood had met the guy that was opening the bar and told her when to come get a key, and she told me when to come get a key, so I went and got a key.
Why didn't you tell me when to go get a key, Chris, man?
Because
Did you tell anybody when to go get
Because
it?
I'm what?
you're Apex.
I carry. And
She has a car, though.
and number-
You have a car?
I have a Tesla.
Okay, you can drive.
And
right.
I'm super cool.
That's true.
So you're just saying people from Cary and Apex and like southeastern Wake County are not allowed?
You're allowed.
Or
He just
southwestern
didn't
Wake
want
County?
you there, apparently.
That's
And I'm making you a sandwich.
right. I was like, I want to get
Make
the
me a
sandwich.
sandwich!
I want to get the sandwich before I finish having this
No,
conversation.
finish, please. By all means, finish.
I would love to see that process, how it works if somebody gets their key taken.
Yeah,
Like, is it a forceful?
I'd be surprised. I mean, it's like any other bar. If you walk in and they haven't taken away your key, but they tried, and you.
I would get my key taken probably.
Yeah, they'd
you
just
got
be like,
jeans
I'm not
on,
gonna-
You can't do
They
je- can you
can't
do
change
jeans?
the lock because
Yeah.
then they have to get everybody new keys.
True that.
So was it crowded when you went last night?
It started out crowded. We left at like 1:30. It had thinned
How do
out.
people?
AM?
How do people? Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to go it. You know, we
Oh, you look disgusted when I said AM.
Well, I was like-
I drank coffee at 7:30 last night to stay up until midnight.
Well, cool.
So
You just started back with me, baby steps.
that's right.
Wait, so what were you gonna finish? What were you gonna say? Waiting for me to make your sandwich?
I just wouldn't have expected you to like be that into a downtown Raleigh bar.
have you seen our boots?
I'm into everything. Yeah, where am I gonna wear my
She
sparkly
gave
boots?
me extra spam on this one. This one's thicker.
I'm
So-
still working on this first.
How do they stay in
Piece here.
business?
They sell alcohol.
It's very expensive, probably.
But like, okay, so bars, in my mind, or any kind of restaurant or anything, right?
Mhm.
It's kind of a volume business unless you charge ridiculously high prices. So was the alcohol particularly overpriced?
It was probably right in line with Wilco that's right upstairs.
Okay.
Is there dancing at this bar?
It's not big enough for that.
So
It's literally like a bar with like maybe 12 seats at the bar and then 2 long tables behind it.
oh, that's it.
So what's
Small.
the cachet? Like,
Wow.
what do you get out of going to this place?
You get to
It's
say
just
that
a
you
nice-
have a key that everybody else doesn't
Is
have.
that-
That doesn't hurt. But no, like last night we went and it was much more laid back and chill than going upstairs to Wilco. I love Wilco, but if you want like a little bit quieter, it's
Can you do reservations or is it just a walk-in?
just walk in.
Is there dinner, food,
No food.
just drinks? Okay.
So I just still
Interesting.
I don't understand how they're going to.
Anne Marie wants a key.
I want.
She
a
doesn't
key.
seem to like it at all.
She just
I
asks
want a key
questions.
just so I don't use it. Huh. No, but so how does a place like this stay in business? Like I think about like a long-term marketing plan, and I wonder how that's going to work.
How long has it been open?
A week.
Oh, it just opened.
Yeah, it's like a week old, 2 weeks old tops. What's today? 13th. It is.
Oh.
Anniversary.
Yeah, it's my anniversary.
Okay.
It is. It's like 12 days old.
Oh, okay. So it's brand new.
And you already key 165, so maybe they're giving out thousands of keys.
Thousands.
I followed them on Twitter because allegedly that was a way to get a key. Nope.
You had
Okay.
the inside man the whole time. You could have gotten a key from Chris.
Let me just make a copy of mine. Give it to you.
That's
Is it one of the keys?
That's
Does it say
terrible.
do not copy? Because some keys say do not copy.
Yeah.
Oh, so you were gonna make me go to a key place and they'd be like, "Ma'am, you can't copy this," and I'd be like, "Damn you, Chris,
you
man!"
get arrested.
All right, so you wore a sweater last night, right?
Mm-hmm.
Super exciting.
Which he
because-
swore off never
Right.
wearing a sweater in his entire life.
It made her happy. It made Cameron happy.
So how did that conversation you came out in your gingham check?
Probably, hey Chris, you're wearing a sweater. Okay. That's
Well,
probably
I was wearing a t-shirt, but since it was a fancy dinner at a fancy place, I was like, "You want me to wear a button down, or do you want me to wear this sweater?" And I even said it like,
You want me to wear
this
shirt
sweater?"
1 or
Right,
16?
right,
They're all the
right,
same.
Right.
And she was like, "Ooh, the sweater." And I was like,
Oh.
all right, but like this is like it's on my neck. It's like
But my
How
daughter
does it-
did
but
say
not
you
all
needed to get
sweaters
some
are on the
additional
neck.
clothes. She said you need new clothes.
I like the clothes I've got.
That's like I don't like stuff that touches my neck, which is
Mm-hmm.
funny because I have a scarf on. Like this is okay, but stuff like that, I'm always pulling at it. And because I don't know exactly why, but then I have another weird story that I'll tell you about me. But
This is really good.
so do you want me to make you
Killing that
another
spam.
one? It is really good. I mean, I housed my sandwich.
Did you?
It was fantastic. I'm
I'm working on it.
I will. You're really.
I'm working on it.
He's had like 2 bites of his.
It's happening.
What it's your first foray into processed meats,
Yeah.
right? It just went to a steak place, had a steak, and now this is very kind of
Yeah.
All right, so how do I get a key to this place?
I don't think you
I thought
can.
we were moving on from that.
Wow.
I thought, weren't you about to tell a story about yourself and then you changed things?
You really don't want to
I
have
have
a key,
massive
do you?
ADHD. I don't remember what I said a minute ago. All right, so the key, good for you. Congratulations on the
Congrats.
key.
I can get you a key.
Don't
probably.
throw me
Can she go
balls.
with you? Can you take people with you?
Well, you can bring one guest.
How many people? Oh, one guest?
So what happens? Does Cameron have a key?
She does. So like we could bring a couple.
Wow.
We could bring a couple. Like that's the thing. Like if we both have a key, then if somebody wants to come with us and it's a double date, then they can.
So
both
you
come.
guys shared the information with each other on how to get a key, but didn't tell anybody else?
That's how now see what it's turning out to? Oh, we'll go with you.
But you
We'll
have to,
double
you have
date,
to come
but
with us.
But yeah, come with us.
Yeah.
I need somebody to pay for the drinks.
Exactly. And then it's going to be like, oh, you have the key, so let me buy your liquor all night.
Right.
I still don't understand how they're going to stay in business. I wish them well. I just don't understand it. Unless they're giving out thousands of keys. But it sounds like not.
Thousands.
It sounds like not.
I mean, they gave me one, so the standard is pretty low.
So what did you just went up to them like, hey, can I have a key?
I did.
Did you have to answer any questions?
They have like a little form you fill out, but it's basically like,
Oh, like any place.
what liquor do you like? So
Right.
that they stock it.
Do they have Red Bull?
I have no idea.
So what's the exclusivity based on, I guess? If you can just go up and get a key.
Well, now you can't. Like back then you could. On
Okay.
the 29th of December you could. Now it is, I believe, you have to get an invite from another member.
Can you invite me?
So I can invite you.
How do you do that? I swear to God. I just want it. How do you get it?
I can send you a link. I don't know. I haven't done it yet, but I'll
Really?
Yeah. I'll find out.
Are you going
It's
to do
exciting.
it?
If it makes you happy, I'll do it for you. You have to go at least once, though.
I
Yeah.
will totally go at least once. You know me. I might go, well, not next weekend, but I'll go the weekend after. All right, so we're done talking about that now because you're going to give me a key.
Yes.
But now the people who
Congrats.
who own this place are going to see this and be like, she is not getting
Yeah.
a key. They're not
They won't let you
alive.
in.
Yeah.
The no vacancy
So my
light will
boy
come
Doug
on.
in there. Doug. His name's Doug, D-U-G, because the
Wow.
O is silent.
Are you kidding me? Did he say that, or did you just?
That's just me being obnoxious.
That's trash.
Anyway,
How many times have you said that?
this
Recently.
is now twice.
Recently.
Is he the
though.
bartender?
You said it last night, didn't you?
Yeah, I said it.
To him?
To Cameron. No, to Cameron.
You're going to get your key taken away.
That is
Doug
terrible.
one of the owners?
Oh, he's a bartender. He's a good dude. He's super
Yeah,
nice.
he's so nice you're making fun of his name.
No, he's not. That was just a terrible joke. That was terrible.
That's
Do
a
you
good
want
job.
another sandwich, Chris, man?
I'm good right now.
Okay, all right.
Good.
Or smashing those sandwiches.
No, I
Hey,
don't
Corey
remember.
has half the sandwich.
I'm working on it. I'm working on it.
Let me get this out of the way for you. Let me take
I don't
this
remember
fan
what
in
story I
the
was about to tell, so I guess we can move on.
back. All right. So
Your terrible joke.
I want to talk about, what is it called? How hard
How
did
hard
age
did
hit
aging
you
hit you?
challenge?
Yeah.
Okay, so I did not participate.
Mhm.
Chris, man, you did not. You did, but you did something funny with a cup of coffee and
Yeah.
an Xbox.
Exactly. So my 10-year ago photo was an Xbox controller.
Was it really?
Well, no, I took both pictures at the same time last night.
Oh.
Yeah. I thought it was funny. So in my head it was funny, so I decided to post it.
I thought it was funny because you had posted before about how it was 7:30 and you were making coffee to stay awake.
Well, that was legit. Yeah, so I was making coffee to stay awake at 7:30.
You were looking at the spam.
Do you want another sandwich?
No, I'm full. I'm full.
No, you're not.
I'm full.
You don't look full.
He's looking at it like, hey girl, hey. I want it. Hey spam, what's up?
So yeah, I participated. But go ahead.
All right, so how did everybody hear about it? Because all of a sudden people are like, oh, I'll take the challenge. I'm like, what challenge?
I know.
I was not notified.
I had a conversation with a friend today about that. Actually, my friend and I talk about a lot of these type things that I'll put in the category of conspiracies. If you're a conspiracy theorist.
We are about
Which-
one about fruitcake for sure.
Yes. Which I am myself. But
But not about fruitcake, but about
this
other
thing
things.
blew up. So I was curious, like, who started this?
Right.
And I never see anybody taking credit, like, hey, I started this challenge.
Right.
Like, this is me. This is the originator of the challenge. It's on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Oh, it's on all of
over
them?
the place. Yeah, it's all over. Yes. It
See,
is
and I
all
don't know
over.
that I really want to see what I looked like 10 years ago and compare it to now. I think I might be like, I don't know.
Right. I mean,
Well, my issue with it, I guess, is, and it's funny, somebody posted this last night too, is the pictures, like the selfies today, like there's some serious filter
Yeah. Yep.
action happening on them. So
Yep.
Of course, it doesn't really look like you age much because there's 3 filters
Right.
Right.
on there.
Although some people, they are completely different. There's a guy, Ryan, I'm friends with on Facebook. He looks completely different. He looked like he was like 12.
Right. I mean, I didn't participate because I don't participate in those things. Like all those challenge things. I don't.
But you'll participate in getting a key to a private. That's cool. That's
different.
cool.
Yeah.
Different.
Oh my God.
But there's a substantial difference between my first Facebook picture and this one. Partially is the quality of the camera. And partially is I look like a 12-year-old.
In your picture?
A 12-year-old with a goatee.
The goatee. With the frosted tips and the.
That's
Were
funny.
you listening to
No, that
Biscuits
was,
too?
no. But, I mean, that was still 2009, 2008.
Yeah.
So,
But I would like to get to the bottom of where this started at.
Right.
A lot
I
of
don't
these
get
challenges
it.
actually
Comes out of nowhere. Then
That
I feel
information
like somebody got an email
is
that I
being
didn't get.
used. Those
Yeah.
pictures are being used for something.
Yeah. You think so?
I think all those. Yeah. Facebook. So my theory on Facebook is all the information that we're putting on Facebook, and
Yes.
Facebook is collecting.
Yes.
You know, information is everything.
Right. So
It's-
artificial intelligence stuff. You
Yes.
think?
So I think that information is all being loaded into a simulator for predictability. Minority Report type.
So they know that Chris and I didn't participate in it.
Yeah, and they
we're the
probably
hard
know
nuts
you
to
wouldn't
crack.
participate in it because they've already done the analytics on it and see what you'll participate
So
in.
I should participate in it
Just to throw
screw
them
up their
off.
stuff.
Right.
All right. I think I'm going to do it every once in a while when I don't want to participate in
Keep 'em
something.
on their
I'm going to
toes.
be like,
well, that's why every once in a while I'll go out to Amazon and I'll search for something completely random. Just be like, we have no idea who this guy is. He's searching for hula hoops he set on fire.
That's legit though. And then Deidre and I were talking the other night, and we had just come back from Longhorns actually.
yeah.
And she said we should have went to Fleming's.
What did you just say?
he got a steak.
Oh, we
I
got
did.
this
I didn't love it. I'm looking forward to getting back into loving it, but I didn't.
Uh-huh.
But she said we should have went to Fleming's,
Yeah.
and literally I received an email with an ad for Fleming's. Right after she
that's
said that.
crazy.
And this was like 10 o'clock at night. So it wasn't like afternoon and morning ads are coming out.
So if
As soon as she said that.
if I had to recommend a place for steak locally, I would highly recommend Hayes Barton Cafe.
Okay.
Locally
Never heard of it.
owned. They have great steak. It's always one thing on their menu. Like they have comfort foods like chicken pot pie and
Right.
meatloaf and stuff like that, and their desserts.
I think it's going to take me a while to get back
ridiculous.
into before I'll go get a steak like that. I gotta work back.
But
What
you
do
can
you
go
got?
there and you can get a cake.
Oh,
That's like this
A
big.
cake?
their cakes. are
Like a
so
dessert?
good.
Slice of cake.
Yes.
Mm.
Oh
I
my
wouldn't
God.
like that.
So good. Oh, okay, fine.
Because you said it's that big, so that takes me to like burgers that are that big.
No. This is next
But
level.
no, my cake I need to
yumminess.
be able to get it in one scoop. So if it's that large,
The whole
I can't-
cake?
Well,
You
a
mean
a
from top
piece
to
on my
bottom?
fork. Yeah, with my fork, I need to be able to scoop a piece of the cake.
So if you say gives you like this big delicious piece of cake,
Uh-huh.
but you can't take one
From top to bottom.
top to bottom, and
Yep.
put it on a fork and eat it,
Yeah.
that you're out.
You're
My
right.
experience is ruined. I'm not out, but it's just I would prefer to have a cake that I can.
So you want a little cake?
Like a tort. If you go to
A tort? What's a tort?
If you go to Hayes Barton Cafe, they have torts. They have an almond joy tort that tastes exactly like an almond joy.
What is a
A tort
tort?
is like a little small. It's like usually has like breadcrumbs or not breadcrumbs, graham cracker crumbs or something like
Okay.
lining it, and then it's filled with goodness.
Okay. A
So
tort.
they have an almond joy tort.
But yeah, that's to my point.
You can get
the
that
same
in
thing
one
with a
thing.
burger. Like if I can't bite into the burger in one bite, I don't get the super large, big, extra burgers.
See, the thing about a burger is it's messy.
Not if it's
you
not if it's
eat
small enough to get it in one
right,
bite.
If you eat a piece of cake, you can go, okay, the cake is this
Try
big.
eating the cake with your hands. I get the burger thing. I
Right.
get it.
Or you say, I'm just going to eat this
You're not
part of the
scooping
cake.
the
But a
cake.
cake is layered for a reason. I need to be able to scoop down and get each of the layers in
So
my
what
bite.
I'm hearing is tort. He needs to have a tort when he goes there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Their cakes are, they have a Suzy Q cake.
Okay.
That they don't make all the time. The owner, Frank, and I have the same birthday. And so he made it for me for my birthday one year.
Nice.
And I cut it into little slivers and I put it in my freezer. And like every day,
Oh,
I
wow.
would just pull out a little piece and eat it. It was so good. Tastes exactly like a Suzy Q. It was so good. And they're known for their coconut cake, right?
Oh, I don't eat coconut, so.
Of course you don't
What
eat
do you
coconuts.
have you ever been? Have you been there lately?
Not lately, but we probably been there in the last 6 months.
What do you get when you go there? Anything in particular?
Well, we get dessert. I get dessert every time, which
Oh, yeah.
which is weird because
So you go there and just get dessert.
I'm not against it.
Is that what you do?
No, I don't. I mean, I go and have.
Cameron's
I know
gluten
that I'm
free,
just
so I
gonna
always
call
feel
it a day.
guilty because we go there and she's gluten free and their cakes are big and glutinous.
Yes.
So we'll eat dinner and then I'm like, And she's like, no, get a piece of cake. I'm like, and I make her say get it twice. Like, I make her like, and that way I don't feel guilty.
Yeah.
And then I eat a piece of cake in front of her.
Okay. She's not like she looks at you like, oh, you want a piece of the cake?
No, she has no interest in it.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're not
And you just house it, I'm sure.
Yeah.
like the spam.
Yeah.
He houses it like a spam
yeah, absolutely.
sandwich. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So when I go, I always get their mussels because their mussels are delicious.
Okay.
And then I don't know. I like to go there in the wintertime. I don't like going there for lunch
Mm-hmm.
because lunch menu's different. I like going for dinner, and I like to get like the chicken pot pie or the meatloaf, or their specials are really.
We're gonna
I've been
try
there
this
for
out.
lunch once. The one time I went there for lunch, it was my Craigslist missed connections moment.
Wait
Wait
a
a minute. Wait a minute. A Craigslist misconnection.
I wondered who you actually participate in that?
No.
Previously?
So I had a Craigslist misconnection moment. I went in there and I had lunch with somebody, and before she had arrived, it was Laura Zamretta. She came.
Yeah.
She had lunch with me there.
Yeah.
Before she had arrived, I was talking to these folks sitting at this table because they were right at the front. Blah blah blah. We have lunch. I go out, and on my car is a note. And it says, check Craigslist misconnections tonight at 9 o'clock.
What?
That sounds scary. Did you check it?
Of course I did. I was like, what could this possibly be?
That's exciting.
And it is this man that I was talking to there, basically just saying that he enjoyed talking to me and he was very interested in me and blah, blah, blah. And the last line is, don't worry about this. I know you're straight. You were wearing brown socks with black shoes.
So he was just you.
Wow.
Yeah, it was hilarious.
You were just sitting at the people at the table next to you.
Well, I was just sort of standing up waiting for Laura to get
You know,
there.
he's chatting folks
Yeah,
up as he's
yeah.
waiting.
Yeah,
Being Chris, man.
yeah.
But you had. Let's talk about your brown socks with black shoes.
I even remember that morning when I put my shoes on, I was like, this is a mistake.
I gotta go.
But I'm lazy.
So did you respond to the misconnect? How's that work?
I did not. You could
I've
respond.
heard of those,
but,
yeah.
So
I did
what
not.
did he? How did he want you to respond? Like, what was he looking for?
I don't know what he was looking for. Maybe for me to be curious.
Maybe he was a stylist.
Oh, could be.
Right, but
he was giving it
yeah.
a shot and see what
Yeah.
happens.
He was a stylist.
Yeah.
Probably.
He
Yeah.
worked at a sock store.
Yeah, he was super
or a shoe
concerned.
store.
Yeah.
All right, so and there was something else we're going to talk about. His.
Oh, so I had a business interaction with Chris
Yes.
last week,
Yes.
and
And I talk too much.
he was talking a lot. I don't know what was going on that day. He was just in a great mood, apparently, just spilling the beans on everything.
Chris Mann in a great mood. What?
So somehow it came up that he had tried to join a reality show. Is how the conversation started.
Oh, I don't even understand this. Oh, the whole attorney in Alaska.
Wait,
thing?
wait, wait. So that was the funny part because we're thinking he, auditioned for a reality
Right.
show,
Right.
American Idol,
Right.
Big Brother, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And as we got further into the story, we're trying to figure out what show this is.
Right.
And he said, well, no, I was going to create it.
Of
So he
course
didn't
you are.
audition for a reality show. He was going to try to create a reality show.
About it.
Can you tell us what the reality
Yeah.
show was about? First of all, why did you think you could just create a reality show?
Well, I don't know that I really thought this completely through. Like this wasn't.
Was this like the times of Jersey Shore? Like how long ago was? What was your inspiration?
This was over a decade ago.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. And it was I was working at a job that I did not.
Wait,
much
before you
enjoy.
continue on, how long did this? How long did your thought process go in the actual
Like
trying
how-
to implement it? Like how far did you?
Oh, I mean, I don't know that I
there were
really.
emails sent to people. We'll get there. There were emails sent to people, but
Man.
how long was this? This was a week, a month?
It was probably
year?
like a month, like because I knew that this town in Alaska, there's this town in Alaska that is very north Alaska, north of the Arctic Circle, and they were struggling with attorneys, like having prosecutors. So
Okay.
you can't prosecute criminals if you don't have any attorneys to do it.
Right.
And so I was considering applying to work up there because I
Uh-huh.
did not like my job that I had here at the time.
Uh-huh.
And but I was also like, well, if I'm gonna go up to Alaska, and I'm kind of like, I don't know, I don't like the cold.
Right, very
I
un-Alaska-ish.
like to
Yeah.
like I'm not gonna like
You're
drive-
not fit for Alaska.
I'm not fit for Alaska.
Yeah,
I'm
not
not
kinda.
gonna have a truck.
Yeah.
Like all that stuff. Like every bit of it was gonna be a terrible life choice for me. But I was like, I mean, if I can have a reality show where they follow this southern kid around
Right.
Alaska with this tiny little. I mean, 'cause like it was like kind of the fly into this town kind of part of Alaska.
Yeah.
Like follow this
They have
kid
that many
around.
criminals that they need to have attorneys?
There's, I mean, I'm assuming, I don't know anything about this town, but if I recall, it's one of those things where you don't have anything to do, so you get drunk and then you make bad life choices when you're drunk.
Okay, yeah. Yeah.
So you were going to be the attorney.
I was going to be an attorney up there and have
So had you already, like, did you actually apply for the position?
I did,
Okay, so you applied for the position.
right.
So were you confident you'd be able to implement the reality show?
No, no
was there
basis.
any bearings on applying versus I need to make sure I have this reality show set up to actually work here, or were you just going to go work regardless?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Probably wouldn't have gone there without it, but like I never heard back from anyone. At
Really?
all. At
Really?
all.
I mean, like you applied for the job and they didn't
I
respond?
never heard anything back from them. Never heard anything back from like whoever. I don't even remember which network
Wait.
I emailed.
I don't
Let's-
even understand the process
Hold
of
on.
like,
Listen, I was bored.
So who'd you pitch this
Clearly.
to?
I have no idea. I sent an email, like whatever it was. It's not like I took
Shout off an
this
email.
very seriously.
But you did because you sent an actual email
Yeah,
with a pitch for your show.
yeah.
I know we did talk back in the day when you were single about doing a reality show. Do you
We
remember that?
did not
About-
talk about. We did
I
not
did.
talk
I
about.
was
this.
it.
It was you.
Yeah. Okay.
And
It was a great idea.
a handful of other folks.
I thought it was a great idea.
yeah.
We're gonna have like a bachelor, but for Chris Mann.
That
Right?
would be.
We're gonna have everybody in
Comedy.
a house. Was that what we were gonna do?
That would be a great
We were
show.
gonna have everyone in a house.
It was. You guys were definitely gonna swing this into some sort of real estate marketing.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
I had no part in that conversation.
Oh my! I thought it was brilliant.
Mm-hmm.
I might have been the only one who thought it was brilliant.
No, you were not.
No.
There were others there that were on board
Why didn't it happen, Chris Mann?
because I was unwilling to participate.
Come on. It could've been so much
Listen, that
fun.
reality show thing cracks me up because so what I do, like when situations like that comes up, my mind just goes. So I like to think, what was his thought process
Right.
when he sat down to type this email?
Right.
I mean, you had to be serious.
And did you think, oh, they are going to text me
For
back?
sure.
Right? They're
He
gonna
definitely
email
thought
me
he was
back.
getting an answer back.
This is.
Well,
It's the best
I'm
thing
sure he
ever.
thought he had the job in the bag.
God, they didn't even.
So the
call
reality
you.
show was a no-brainer.
Right? Like who wouldn't want to watch
I
that
mean,
show?
yeah, about a place
I
in
watched-
Alaska.
I
with a
watched
dude
Deadliest
and a
Catch.
bunch of other
Did you send a
dudes.
picture with your email?
I don't remember.
You should have. That would have sealed the deal,
Right?
dude.
Because I had a goatee then.
I think that. Oh, good Lord.
That stuff is so funny to me. I like to get into people's minds with situations like that. Like, what was your mindset? Did somebody suggest that to you, or did you?
Well, I heard about the job from an attorney in Orange County who actually did quit their job and went to another town in Alaska
Okay.
to be an attorney. That's how I heard about it all.
So they actually went and did
They
that.
actually
Are
did
they
it.
still up there doing that?
No idea. I only knew him just from like that Orange County bar.
Oh, so they went to Alaska. Oh, so you figured I'll do it, but I'll do it with the.
Of course.
I mean, yeah. Chris does everything with a twist.
What do you think the
He doesn't just
the
go to
audience
a
would
bar.
have been for that show?
He goes to borrow keys.
That is fair. What is the audience for that show?
What's the demographic?
Yeah, what do you? Yeah, who are you?
Yeah, I don't know what the target demo is for that.
Because there's also a lot of dudes up
Oh,
in
it's
Alaska,
hot. It's
right?
hot
Like
there.
it's a
Yeah.
lot of like.
Yeah, all of which are
Well,
more
it would have aired worldwide though. Like this would have been.
right. Like it'd have been a
You think it would have been a
sensation.
worldwide hit? Oh,
It'd have been
It would have been a
Oh,
local show.
Oh my God! You've
It'd be
got
like
Corey
court
sucked
TV,
in.
like local court TV.
Yeah,
Oh God! Yeah, it could have been like that.
yeah, that was a big thing back in the day.
Yeah, it was.
Is that what
it
you
still
would
is.
think? It still is. That woman, what's her
It still
face,
is.
gets paid a lot of money. That's the People's Court.
Judge
Judge
Judy.
Judy?
She's like
Yeah.
one of the highest paid entertainers in the.
Well, I mean,
in the
even like
country.
back home, I know people still watch like the local actual court things to see people they know. Like people watch that.
Oh, I didn't know that was a thing.
That's
I
the
didn't
thing.
know
They
that was
air
a thing
those.
either.
Yeah, they
Really?
back home anyway. Yeah, yeah.
Ohio.
And I know people
Wow.
watch that. Yeah.
All right. I
That's
also
funny,
want to
though.
talk about
That's
tidying
funny.
up. Am I the only one that saw it?
So,
my God.
Could you see
Anne-Marie.
it? Yes.
You said to watch Tidying Up, right?
Yes, yes.
So I'm thinking, all right, cool. It's a show on
I
Netflix.
binge watched it. My daughter and I binge watched it.
It's
yesterday.
literally people cleaning.
But it's the way you clean.
No, I have zero
So by the way, I have
interest
5 bags of stuff that's going to Goodwill.
because you're watching the show and you got inspired.
Oh yeah.
So everybody in the office is doing it. Like everybody
Good.
loves it. They think it's the greatest thing
Yes.
ever. And of
Really?
course, cynical me is like, no, I refuse. And so Allison in the office had a good point that I don't have enough stuff for it
You
to
have
be
like
necessary.
15 shirts and a sweater.
Yeah.
a
Not
couple
even
pairs
that
of
many
pants.
shirts.
Yeah,
Yes.
so you probably live very simply, which is really
Me
good.
and is it Marie Kondo?
Yes.
Me and Marie, we're tight. I take great joy in the things that I own.
Wait, do that again, please.
I don't know what that
Yeah, it
was. Was that Sammy Sosa hitting the home run?
Yes, it was. It was.
Are
the
you
same-
kidding?
It was Sammy Sosa. Good job. It was. That was the same
What
Sosa.
the heck? So, but it's the way you do it, right? So, number one, I think it's great because she comes in and she does not speak English really all that well. She has a translator,
Okay.
right? And so she comes in and she like introduces herself to your house. So she talks to you, learns about you, and then introduces herself to your house. And
Okay.
she gets on her knees. And
This is
she
where I turn it off.
says like thanks the house, right? So
She thanks the
she
house.
thanks the house in her
Ugh.
mind. Like she doesn't
Okay.
think, she's like, I'm sure she's saying, thank you, house, for being so great to this family. It's like a prayer almost, right?
Okay.
So then what you're supposed to do is you start, I don't know what order, but she always starts in the bedroom. You're supposed to take all of your clothes
Mm-hmm.
and put them on your bed. Everything. Underwear, all of it.
Okay.
And then you say, you pick up each piece and say, does it bring you joy? If it doesn't bring you joy,
Get rid
you
of it?
donate it. You get rid of it. So, well, here's another part though.
I'm already
but there's
lost.
another.
I'm already lost. Okay.
When you get rid of it,
Yeah.
you're supposed to say like, so say I'm going to take this scarf and say I don't want this scarf anymore. I say, thank you, scarf, and I put it away.
Okay.
So you have to thank it and then put it in the pile.
And if you
donate
throw it in the pile to donate it, she will get upset with you for not treating that
How is
clothing
this
with the
a
amount
show?
of- I do not.
It's
Seriously.
fantastic. 5
so,
bags.
all right. So my first question is:
Yes.
Does underwear bring people joy? Like people pick up their
can.
underwear and
I
say,
think it
"This
can.
brings me joy," and they'll
There's
keep it.
some parts of a piece of underwear that I really like.
They're necessary though.
Well, yeah, but they might be a pretty color or something.
I'm already out on the show.
I don't know.
My T-shirts don't bring me joy.
So now my daughter, but they might though. Like
I
if
mean,
you
like an
think
undershirt.
about it,
Like an undershirt doesn't bring me joy.
Right.
So I'd have to get rid of it.
but like my bras bring me joy.
I don't get it. My socks don't bring me joy.
And then you
My
go
socks
into
bring me
every
joy.
room.
Well,
your
you'd have
socks bring
fancy
you
socks,
joy.
probably.
You can't match
Like-
them to save your life with your shoes, but yeah, they bring
Right.
you joy. So, and then I had Jenny do it. Jenny and I did it today, and I'm like, "Does this bring you joy?" And she was like, "No." Like her little, and it was, but I got lazy at the. I'm like, I'm not
ridiculous.
gonna say thank you to every single piece of clothing out.
You didn't do it right.
So no, but this is what I
You
did.
just think a big pile.
I would look. I'd throw it at me like this and go. I just say like.
You'd
this.
wave?
I'd be like.
Are you kidding
I'm
me?
like, the clothes
How
know what
is
I
this a
mean. They know
thing?
what I'm trying to get.
No, they
across.
don't know what you mean.
Yeah, I
They
have worn
don't. They
them.
don't
They
think.
know me. They're just like I was just like. Because I was saying, thank you. I felt like it was becoming insincere.
Well, it
Well, it
should
is.
be.
You're thanking-
You're talking to a piece of clothing.
I can't. Well, let me tell you, I can't wait to get into my bathroom and do that next, and then
So you do this with like everything, not just clothes?
Yeah,
My
your
toothbrush
kitchen
does not bring me
tools.
joy.
get a new toothbrush. It should bring you joy that like it gets
Quip.
so
Your
much
toothbrush
in your
brings
stuff,
you joy?
I do have a cool toothbrush.
right? And it brings you
Wait
so
a
much
second.
joy. You're like,
Wait a
my mouth
second.
is so fresh. Yeah,
I can't
right?
be in the minority here.
My toothbrush.
Oh no, I think this whole thing is dumb. Don't get me wrong.
Okay.
I think it's dumb.
Okay.
But I also like my bathroom does not require this because I literally have 4 things.
Let me look up the definition for joy. I'm big on words.
Yeah.
I
Doesn't it
mean,
mean to be happy?
well, let's look it up.
I mean,
Let's look it up.
what do you think, Chris, man?
Uh,
I thought it was great, and I binge watched it. My daughter and I binge watched it yesterday.
The emotion of great delight or happiness caused by something exceptionally good or satisfying.
Right.
That's not my toothbrush.
And it should be. Get a new toothbrush. Like maybe go into Harris Teeter and look at all the toothbrushes and say, "Oh, that one's sparkly."
There's a nice
or-
fine black matte Sonicare.
You have a black
This is
Sonic here.
interesting.
I have a Quip toothbrush.
A Quip. What is that?
It's a electric toothbrush. It's svelte. It's very sleek and svelte.
It's ridiculous.
Where did you
This is
buy this
ridiculous.
from?
Target.
Really?
Yeah, it was $20.
I have one of those.
And it brings you
whatever.
joy.
I mean, I'm not gonna say like that I pull it
Well,
out.
no,
I'm
we
like,
got it. Let's talk about this. If that's what the show is,
Yeah, right,
does it bring you
right.
joy or does it not? And if it doesn't,
do
you
you
have
like
to get
about
rid of
it?
it. Yeah.
It's small and sleek and svelte.
Okay.
I like the word. I like to use the word svelte.
And
Is
off-putting.
that how you say
Svelte
that?
and off-putting are his-
Smelt or svelte?
Svelte.
Svelte.
With a V.
Svelte.
Interesting.
Yes. All right. So I'm the only one. Did you watch it?
I watched 2 or 3 episodes, but sort of like after like the very first episode
yeah,
where
yeah.
she starts to like
See that
do her thing
production is too
on
much for me. I don't want
the
any of
carpet
that.
where she's like praying to the house or something. I sort of stopped really paying
That's
attention.
ridiculous.
But also the way you fold your clothes is awesome.
I can't fold
Oh,
clothes. I'm
right.
terrible
Right?
at folding clothes.
You fold them and then you fold them
It
so that
takes
they're like a rectangle.
15 times longer to fold clothes the Marie Kondo way than it does the Chris
My
May
wife
way.
is
But
great at
what's
folding
nice
clothes.
is
I'm terrible
you
at it.
stack them like rather than putting them like this.
Yeah.
You stack so when you open your drawer, you can go, oh, that's that's the T-shirt I want. And you pull that T-shirt rather than going, where is that?
But does this need to be a show though? You can look on YouTube
I mean,
to see how
listen,
to fold and stack
I don't know that
clothes.
it needs to, but it probably needs to be. I bet you she fired off an email and got a response.
Yeah.
She might have sent a picture.
She had
mean,
a
yeah.
publicist.
Her
let's be
presentation
honest.
was probably better than yours.
So you think if you had a publicist, your show got
There's
a
no
lot?
chance the show was taken
I
off.
needed an agent.
Really?
I needed an agent.
I don't think anyone would have picked that up.
I know.
I'm sorry.
Your agent must have had to call in a lot. Would have had to call in a lot of
Yeah.
favors.
Yeah.
Remember that time I saw you here doing this?
Did you have any other ideas for reality shows? Because
No.
if that's your idea for reality show, there's no way in my mind that's where you started
Yeah.
No, like I think
or
like,
ended.
no, both. Well, I mean, I think everybody at some point probably wanted to be on Survivor
No.
or like. I mean, I think the first season of Survivor, I was like, I could do this.
Yeah.
No.
Nope.
I did.
Can I tell you when
Definitely
Survivor,
want to be on Deadliest Catch.
No.
At one point.
Never.
Survivor offended me.
You personally? Like, wait. How did
Because-
Survivor?
Because I had, if you have ever gone on like an Outward Bound trip, I had done Outward Bound like in my late 20s. And one of the things Outward Bound is about is helping each other, right? You
Okay.
help each other. Like when you're trying to survive, you need to help each other or you're all going to die.
Okay.
Right? So when Survivor came out, I think I was like a year or two past my Outward Bound. And these people like competing with each other to survive out
Well, it's
in
a
the
TV
wilderness.
show,
I was
though.
like,
Yeah.
but it just seems so mean-spirited.
Well, it's a fake
called
production.
reality TV.
That's the
Without-
whole. Yeah. That's
without
it
the
sells.
mean drama.
Yeah. It's just a.
I do like the one where they travel around to the different countries. What's that
Oh,
one
The
called?
Amazing Race.
Yeah, I like The Amazing Race. I really
Yeah. I
like
can't.
it.
I don't like reality TV.
Although I feel like on The Amazing Race, you would see how much of a you-know-what I could really be. Like, because I get stressed out. Oh, it would
Didn't a
not
Raleigh
show
guy
me
win
real
that
life.
once?
I don't know. Did a Raleigh guy win that?
Well, I think he's a former NHL player, Bates Battaglia.
Oh.
Owns
Oh,
Lucky
he-
Bees.
Oh, he won that.
Yeah, I think he did. He was
We
on it.
know
He
reality
was on
TV
it.
is fake, right?
Yeah.
Can we just talk about that for a second?
Oh, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
it's
Okay,
all,
so
yeah,
we know it's
spliced
scripted and
together.
fake.
I mean,
Okay.
they give, yeah.
Good.
Mhm,
I just
yeah.
want to make sure.
Yeah, I think
'Cause I know there's some people who. don't
ours
think
would be like
But
yours
wrestling's
would have
real.
been. Wrestling-
Wrestling's fake. So your show. Would your show have been real?
real-ish.
I mean, it was not going to be an interesting show, so probably.
I don't think it had to, it couldn't have been real because it never would have survived. They would have been flying in all kinds of crazy stuff to make that remotely
Yeah,
interesting.
like every sort of random criminal they could
yes,
find.
yes, they would. Oh my god.
That is so funny.
This guy has no experience in criminal prosecution, but we're going to give him a murder case just to make for good TV.
That's good.
All right, and then what you want to talk about Uber Eats?
Yeah. Uber Eats. Have you guys utilized the service? And not just Uber Eats, I guess any delivery service.
Some pizza.
You have utilized it?
Well, not Uber Eats, but in college, I would order. They had like every college, I think, probably started some sort of Uber Eats before Uber Eats.
Okay.
So in law school, they had a company that's one or two.
I like how you
dudes.
threw out law school. We didn't just.
Well, because
Nice.
there was no internet when I was an undergrad. Like there was barely internet. It was not high-speed internet, so it wasn't a thing then. But law school was 2007-ish, 2006.
Okay.
And I could go onto a website and it had 15 different restaurants in Williamsburg, and
Really?
Kind of like Grubhub-ish.
yeah, kind of like that. And I could order
I wasn't familiar with that back at that point.
I could order a couple of sandwiches from my favorite deli, and they would deliver them.
I did not know that. So, for whatever reason, I'm concerned about using like a Uber Eats or a DoorDash or whatever those are called. And I was trying to think of why, because it's essentially the same thing as a pizza delivery.
Yeah,
right?
they probably have more checks and balances in place than the local pizza place. I
You
would
think so?
imagine. I hope.
See, I convinced myself that it's the opposite. I convinced myself that, yeah, these are independent contractors who don't have any specific tie to this restaurant that they're delivering my
Right.
food from.
But they've done like like background checks to see if they're criminals, probably.
I've seen some things on the news about drivers.
I mean,
and things like that.
I literally sent an Uber to real estate office in Durham to pick up the laptop that I forgot.
Yes.
That works.
And he drove my laptop from the Durham office to here, and I trusted him to drive my laptop
Yeah.
here and not steal it.
I thought they had to pick up people.
I mean, I'm not going to get the guy in trouble.
Yeah.
But he literally did go over to a Durham real estate agency and picked up my laptop and dropped it
Wow.
off out front over
That's
here.
awesome.
That's
So I
interesting.
trust him with a laptop. Probably trust him with a cheeseburger.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I probably should. It's the same thing as pizza delivery. I just feel like I'd be missing a fry.
You're
Let me know
definitely
comes.
missing one
See,
fry.
that's a
You're
that's a
definitely missing a
problem.
fry.
If he's
You
hungry.
think so?
Oh yeah, like if I were to do that job, I would
That's
definitely
what I
steal a
think.
fry.
I'm thinking that's going to be very
See, I
difficult.
wouldn't steal a fry.
You wouldn't?
No.
I don't think I would, but it would definitely be in my mind. Like, man, these fries smell
I would
really
feel
good.
so guilty if I stole somebody's fry.
But here, okay, so my question on this is, what is the baseline? What is the lowest level restaurant in which you're willing to pay for Uber Eats? Because you can get McDonald's delivered Uber Eats.
Understood.
And I'm not against a Big Mac or a double quarter pounder of cheese.
I've never had a Big Mac.
But
What? Wait, what?
Yeah,
Have you ever had a Whopper?
I've had plenty of Whoppers. One
not
summer,
a
all I
Big
ate was
Mac.
Whoppers every day.
I love Whopper.
No, I've never had a Big Mac.
If we could,
what's your problem with Big Mac? Yeah. Oh, a Whopper with
a Whopper
McDonald's
with
fries?
McDonald's fries.
Yes.
I like.
Well,
oh
you could
my
you
God.
could Uber Eats that.
Right, but you can't Uber Eats French fries from
No.
McDonald's because by the time they get to you,
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Yeah, no.
I don't have a problem with the Big Mac. I think I just went so long with never having one that at this point it's just I'll just never have one because I've never had one.
Really?
Yeah,
So interesting.
yeah.
I feel like that's gonna be our next thing we're gonna eat.
get them.
I mean, I guess we could.
Swear to God, I feel like
But
we
it's
need to.
the Whopper's really. I mean, that
I
middle
haven't had
slice of bread
McDonald's
needs to
in
go.
9 years.
So every once in a while, I'll go and get a egg McMuffin.
Oh, let me some Egg McMuffins.
Okay, I used to love those.
Or if I'm hungover, never happens. But if I ever
Never.
am, nothing better that other than eggs, the number 9, which is the 2 cheeseburgers and the fries.
2 cheeseburgers and a fry.
Like little cheeseburgers.
These are McDonald's we're talking about?
Oh yeah, no
Okay.
mustard on the burger because that is. who
Do they
puts
still put a
mustard
ton
on
of
a burger?
onions?
No.
Little small
I
diced
mean, they put
onions?
some, but not. But I always
I
get it with
remember
no
that.
onions, so you can get it. I mean, no mustard because mustard on hamburgers is a travesty.
I disagree. Why is that a travesty? That's a
Just-
standard condiment on a burger.
I disagree. Now I would tell
Wait
you.
a minute. You can't disagree with that.
I can because in New York, when you go to a McDonald's
I
in
forgot you're from New York.
they do not put mustard on your
New
hamburger.
York is its own
when you
planet.
come because I would have to go anywhere else and be like no mustard because I get it, need it, be like.
I love it. Do you put mustard on your burger?
Yeah.
You seem like you'd put every condiment available.
I don't put mayo on my burger,
Ooh.
but that's only at home.
Wait a second.
Right.
If I go
Different standards
out,
when you go out?
well, no, it's just because I never think about doing it at home. But every time I get
Okay.
it and I'm out and they do it, I'm like, oh, this is good.
So
Or
you
they have
are
the
you're
special
cool with
sauce
mayo
on
on
the
your burger
Whopper?
then?
Yeah.
So you're not a I hate mayo on my burger.
No, it's
guy.
just I don't ever do it myself. I never.
And
think
you
about
are a I hate mustard on my burger.
I will not. I don't like it, and I will have mayo.
You just have Wait, you have mustard on here?
I like
though?
mustard on ham. I like mustard on turkey. I like mustard on. I don't like mustard.
So does
on
mustard go
hamburgers.
on ham outside of sandwiches?
I mean, I've had
Like
ham
if you're eating
with like a little bit of mustard on the plate and dipped in
Yeah.
it.
Really?
Oh yeah,
I didn't know that was a thing.
it can be. I mean, you know.
Interesting.
But so then the Uber Eats things we were talking about if it could be used for closings.
Like driving people to closing?
Oh no
Didn't we
no.
say something about-
Oh, they have the Uber people where you can have
Uber
somebody.
Oh,
Yeah.
that
go
was my
be-
next.
yeah,
That's what I was
yeah,
gonna say. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
So
So I
somebody
did.
can-
I did zero fact checking. So it has to be fake. Because
I will do it for you, Chris Man. I want to be the person that's you at a closing. And he says, and this document, I'll be like,
So for the folks that have no idea what we're talking about, there was an article that came out, Uber Human, which you can have a person go in place of you at an event,
yes.
and it appeared to be what looked like an iPad on their face,
Yes,
which
it's
is
an
why
iPad.
it can't be real, because how are
Right,
they
'cause
seeing
they-
Just
anything
like
they're
wrapped
doing?
around.
Right.
Yeah, it was almost like taped to their head.
Uh-huh.
But let's pretend it's real.
I think it's fantastic. It's
I
coming.
want to get in the beta program. I want to have an Uber Human do things for me.
I want to be an Uber human.
You would be the Uber Human?
Why not?
I
For
would
fun.
not.
I want to pick who I got to be and what I got to do.
I want somebody
But-
that can dance to go to your party for me.
Okay, that's
I want
cool.
an Uber Human, a person that can dance.
So there are like I know there are real things sort of like that. There is
Really?
there's an app for people who are visually impaired where they'll turn on the app,
Okay.
and then somebody who's willing to help them will connect with them, and then they can use the phone to say, if they're cooking,
Oh,
if they're
okay.
cooking, what is this can? What's in this can? And then the person that actually is on the other end of the camera can be like, that's
Wow.
the pinto beans, and that way somebody that's visually impaired can still do a lot of the stuff that they want to do,
Okay.
even if they can't really read the fine print.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
I never heard
you
of
can,
that.
You can download the app.
How do you
can
know
be-
about
you-
this?
I know things. I'm on the
Yeah,
internet.
I want to do that.
Yeah,
You
you
are
can
the
down-
internet.
It's on the internet.
I'm on the internet. You can download the app and do that.
I love that. It's
Yeah.
like for
It's just
charity?
to
Just
to
for fun?
assist people
Yeah.
that need it.
Wow.
I love that.
And then there's also, I've seen this now. I mean, I've never seen it in real life. I've seen it on the internet.
So we haven't fact checked it. Might be fake.
like a robot, basically with an iPad, for kids that are sick and can't go to school. The robot will go to their class and they can watch the class through the
Okay,
iPad.
can I just say time out on that? If you're sick, you're sick. Come on, man. Give the kid a day off.
Well, it's not for kids that are like 2 days sick. It's for kids that are like months
Oh,
long.
super sick.
Oh, okay.
like
Yeah,
that.
okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So that they can still participate in school without having to like be gone. And
I just want to point out I did not eat the crust. And
You did
I
not.
didn't. I didn't
You ate-
realize
you
that I
ate
did
around-
that, but I
You
just
didn't
looked
eat a lot
at.
of the
you ate
ham.
around the.
Well, I did. You just gave me a
Damn.
very large extra piece
I really
to try.
wanted you to get the flavor.
So I want to Uber human. I want to get in the beta program. I want to have somebody go do things because I don't like to go out and do anything at all. If it was my choice, I would be at home doing nothing.
Is it
all
because
the time.
you hate people, or is it because you
No, I don't hate people.
just like
So
to do your own thing?
I try to say this, and people don't believe me. I am a textbook introvert,
Okay.
like textbook.
Uh-huh.
So I don't like to be out doing anything
Okay. All right.
at all.
Huh.
So if I could Uber human, that would be fantastic.
So interesting because you're so when you talk,
Yeah.
you're like so not outgoing, like outgoing but friendly.
I do well
and engaged
socially,
and all that
right?
stuff. Yeah.
So I like to say that's proof that God has a great sense of humor.
But you don't. So when you get home,
I'm done when I get home. I'm drained. I'm done.
I am an introvert with extrovert qualities.
See, yeah.
So I am an extrovert. Like people think I'm super extroverted.
Yep.
But number one, if I go into a room where I don't know anybody, I'm not talking to anybody.
Right.
And
So even if I know people, I don't.
oh god, so
Don't
we
wanna
won't
go
take
talk.
it. So at your party, when he doesn't talk to me, I won't take it personally.
I'm already planning how I'm going to work that party out. I think I'm going to stand beside a large group of people talking and
How
kind of
long
stand
you-
beside them like I'm
No,
talking.
I'm going to suck you into a conversation. How long are you going to be there?
I've planned on about an hour and a half.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. See, I got to plan all that stuff out because that's going to be a big event. There's going to be a lot of people there.
Oh my god, it's going to be huge.
Yeah. So yeah,
Is there
I
gonna
want
be
to Uber
fruitcake
human. There's not going to be
There's no
fruitcake.
fruitcake.
No fruitcake?
Unfortunately,
No fruitcake.
you should have got the little sample things.
The clack snacks?
Yeah, the clack snacks.
You couldn't get them
He
to
didn't
sponsor
try.
you?
He's on the internet. Why are you? You're on the internet. You could have looked for him.
Come on, you could have sent an
There's-
email.
There's still 2 weeks.
Dear Claxton people, my name is Chris Mann. If you haven't seen our video, here it is. Like, you could send that. I feel like this has more of a shot than your reality show about an attorney.
Next closing I met with him, I'm gonna be tight-lipped, like nothing.
What made
Yes.
you? What made you spill your?
I'm
I
telling
don't
you, he
remember.
came in.
I don't remember what the context of it was or how it happened. I don't remember.
He was on fire.
Yeah.
I mean, he was.
I don't even
loaded.
remember what closing that was. But
That's why I love closing.
was-
oh, I remember what
It was a
closing
crazy one.
It was a crazy one, and I think I was just trying to
Lighten things up.
let
Yeah,
them
for sure.
relax,
For
Yeah.
sure.
because they were
Yeah.
they
That
were
was
having
intense.
quite a couple of weeks.
That was a tense situation. So yeah, that makes sense. You were coming in, a little
Just-
extra energy, trying to lighten the mood up.
just being a little bit cheeky, so they would chuckle a little bit, and they did. They enjoyed their closing.
They
They
did.
left very happy.
They definitely did.
Did they?
Yeah.
Oh, for sure, they
Did
did. Yeah, we had a blast because that reality show thing went on for a few minutes. I had so many questions. I didn't want to interrupt the closing.
Right. Be
to
like,
ask
wait,
all
yeah,
my
I know
questions.
you need to sign documents to get keys,
Oh,
but really,
man.
let's talk about this.
I had so many questions about that. When he said he sent emails out, that's when I lost it.
I can't even.
Like it got to the point
Did
to
you,
where
like,
you
Google?
actually.
Google. Who do I send an email to when
That's
I
what
have a
see,
great...
those are the things that I
Yeah,
think about. Like, who
right.
did you send the email to? What was your opening? To whom it may concern?
Yeah.
Dear
sirs,
sir.
Have I
Legit.
got an idea for you?
I hope you're sitting down.
Picture this. A dude moves to Alaska and is an attorney.
Oh
And
man.
they just went, delete.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the subject of your email?
Listen to this. It was, have I got an idea for you? I think
It was
that's what-
also, dear sir.
Oh
and,
my
and it was
god.
a woman that opened it. She's like,
Right.
"Mhm,
Listen,
delete."
so So I just go on and on with that in my head, and it just gets funnier and funnier because I think of more things like that. Like, how'd you end the email?
Thank you for your consideration. Sincerely, Christopher Mann, attorney at law.
So good.
I bet you they called the town in Alaska
They
and
probably
said,
had a blast.
"Hi, this is blah 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 from ABC. Please do not give this dude a job. Thank you. Don't ask any
Do
questions.
you still have
just
this
do
email
not."
account where you can pull up the sent mail?
No. It is
That's
long
fantastic.
ago gone.
It's fantastic.
Oh god, that's so funny. I snorted. That's funny, man.
All right, so I talked about my things that I have to get off my chest,
Yeah.
tidying up, and this whole 10-year something. What do you got, Chris Man?
I think we've covered enough out of me.
Man. Yeah, I think think we covered you the entire time.
Yeah. Do you know I was on Entertainment Tonight once?
No, what the heck,
Wait.
Chris Man?
So it was right around the same time.
Of course, because
So
you were in your entertainment mode.
he was on a high
was
from
trolling.
Entertainment Tonight.
He was totally
he thought
trolling.
he was on.
He's
he
like,
thought
"This
he had
is
all
it.
the pull in the
This is
world.
what I'm gonna do. I hate my job, but I'm gonna do this.
I posted it like my.
Good God.
Yeah. So I got the law firm I worked at
Oh my god.
back then. It does not exist anymore, so I can talk all sorts of trash. They had a big web presence before that. People realized how important that was.
A big web present?
Yeah.
At first I thought he said a big wet present.
He
so I
did
was
say
like,
big wet presents, but I knew what he meant, so I auto-corrected it in my head.
Yeah.
Sorry, continue.
So, like all these legal terms, if you Googled them in North Carolina, this law firm would pop up. Even though this law firm didn't do any of that stuff.
Ah.
They were a criminal firm that did traffic tickets and like low-level like drug stuff and DUIs and stuff. And so this was the John Edwards drama back in the day, 2007-ish or whatever that year that was.
When he was running for president, there was the whole big scandal about him having a relationship and having another child.
That's right.
Or
So when all that drama was happening and there was some talk about his wife suing everyone for alienation of affection, Entertainment Tonight Googled alienation of affection North Carolina,
And
our
that
law firm
came
popped up.
No way.
And that was the extent of their research.
Right.
They called our law firm.
Wow.
I answered the phone and they're like, "Hey, we've got a news crew heading that way. Can you do an interview with us?" And I
you
was
said
like,
yes.
well, I was like, let me call my boss, but I'm sure it'll be fine. And so I called my boss and I was like, "Hey, Entertainment Tonight wants to do an interview on this John Edwards thing. Do you want to do it?" And he's like, "No, but you have to." Because he thought it was going to be good for the law firm's business.
Right.
Yeah.
He's like, "So you have to do it." I looked like I was 12 years old. Like
With the
I
goatee. Do
you
looked like
have
I
this
was
on
12
film?
years old. Oh yeah.
Oh, this is great.
We are going to
Really?
put this on the page.
This is going to be the cover art.
Yes, it is going to be the cover.
And so we did this, like they spent 6 hours in the law firm interviewing me, and where everybody
6
else,
hours?
yeah, everybody else, because there was makeup, there was whole
You
thing.
had
It was like the
makeup?
whole
Oh, yeah.
thing.
And
This is what
everybody
sparked
else
him to want a reality
sure.
show.
He was so
everybody
excited.
else in the law firm was mad because every time that they would move around upstairs, somebody on the crew would yell at them to
Right,
stop
right,
making noise.
right.
And so we did for 6 hours. It ended up being literally one soundbite.
Right.
One
Right.
soundbite.
Right.
And because I'm sure when they walked in and they were like, "Okay, who are we interviewing?" And I was like, "Me," they were like, "Son of a bitch."
We got the 12-year-old with a goatee.
Yep. Yeah, my mom recorded it and put it on Facebook.
Did she?
That is
Of
great. So
course
this is
she
still
did.
available.
It's still somewhere.
Oh, this is
Can we
great.
find it and put it on the
Yes,
page?
we can find
We
it.
have to.
Yes, we can find it.
And so was this before or after you sent the email?
This
to
was
the-
before for sure.
This was before.
Is
This
this,
was
what
actually-
is this what got you?
No, this was like a job, like the one job prior to the job I was in at the time that I did all that other stuff. So this was probably a year before.
So he was
maybe
like
6 months before.
sitting in his apartment, like, I hate my job, and
Yeah.
was waxing poetically about that one time he was on TV.
Yeah,
And I
felt
bet you
good.
he sent the email to whoever, what is it, ABC, right? Is
Oh, I have no
Entertainment
idea.
Tonight
I have
ABC?
no idea.
Well,
He sent it to whatever station, Entertainment Tonight. He like dropped their name.
so that's what I was going to ask.
He
So my
was
next,
like-
did you mention that? Hey, you might have seen
No.
me. You might have seen me.
I don't mean to brag, but you might have seen me in a 30-second clip about.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So
My
you didn't
boss
mention
was
anything.
so mad. Oh, he was so mad.
Why?
When it aired, because they didn't mention the firm name at all.
Oh.
Like, it was just so quick and he was so mad.
Was he mad at you or just mad?
He was just mad.
Yeah.
Like all he wanted was like
Publicity.
publicity. And
Right,
Yeah.
so we
whole
could
thing.
get more business.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
So you didn't name drop. You didn't drop any credentials in your.
Of course not. I mean, I don't think so anyway.
Well, they would have cut it out. They don't care. You think they would have said Chris Mann and they would have had the.
Well, no.
law
I
firm
mean,
name
in his
underneath it.
reality show pitch email, I
Oh.
definitely would have mentioned that. Hey, you might have seen me on
I don't
Right.
Entertainment
brag,
Tonight.
but-
Here's the YouTube clip. My mom downloaded it and put it on YouTube.
Oh my God, I love it, Chris
That's
Mann.
great.
What a life you've lived.
I told you.
It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah. He's an anomaly.
Weird things happen to me.
Why do you think
You
these
need a
things
reality
happen to
show.
you? He
Not
does.
the one you tried
He
to pitch.
does.
But you
He
for
really
sure need a
does.
reality show.
And it doesn't have to, and it will be real.
Let
they
me
just
produce
need to
you.
follow up
Let me
around.
produce you. We can figure
It's
this
just
out.
all I need to do is like be a writer for like Modern Family or something. Like
No, you need to have your life
Yeah, no.
in the show.
Yeah.
we can
I
just
feel
have
like-
my life be like some other character's life.
Who would your actor be?
Oh, yeah, who would
Who
play
would, who
you?
would play me?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Ryan Reynolds. Just because he's so handsome.
He seems to have maybe a little bit more like.
Or Ryan Gosling, one of the Ryans.
They're way too handsome for that.
But they have to walk around without a shirt on.
That's not how that show
That's
goes.
not how.
That's not Chris's
Come
life.
on.
Yeah, that's not my life at all.
But it's not real.
Maybe somebody with a little less star quality is what we need to play me.
Who would that be?
Somebody a little more homely.
Yeah, like the character Livingston, the character or the actor's name, last name is Livingston, who was the main character on Office Space. Like
That's my favorite movie.
yeah. So that guy, what was the guy's
I
name?
don't know his name.
Like his sort of character would be perfect.
That's a little too dramatic for you. That's way too dramatic for you.
I don't know.
Are you familiar with that movie?
No.
That's literally
Oh,
my favorite movie.
it's a good
I
movie.
know
I've probably
what
seen
you're
it 200
I know,
times.
I know what you're talking about, but I've never seen it.
It's so funny. There's so many jewels
The
in that
fob,
Yes,
the boss with the glasses, where he's
Yeah.
like, if
Lundberg.
anybody can get back to, yeah.
movie.
I have a client who looks like him,
Yeah. I wouldn't be able
and
to
I
work with
met
that
him
client.
to take him out to show him houses. I'm like, oh my God, you look like that guy. I couldn't remember, and I'm googling it, and he knew what I
I'm
was
sure
talking
he
about
knew,
because
and he
he'd
was
heard it
probably
before.
upset.
But that guy, not in that show, but in reality, he's a good-looking guy, a fairly good-looking guy. I think we're talking about the same guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, one with the big glasses, coffee
Yeah,
cup.
so I
Lumberg.
wasn't talking about him in that show. I was just
Right.
talking about his
in general.
face in
yeah,
general.
Yeah, gotcha.
So, all right. So, who would play Cameron?
Cameron would be. That's a good question.
We gotta think about this.
Maybe we'll pull that. We'll ask.
Anna Kendrick.
Anna that's a good one.
Yeah, Anna Kendrick.
Cameron is more beautiful, but same kind of auburn hair and stuff like that, right?
Yeah. And then in the show,
What about Amy Adams?
is she the one?
I'm the worst with actors and actresses'
I know.
names. I'm the worst.
I think I know who you're talking about.
She's in,
blonde, right?
I think she's like strawberry blonde. She was
Okay.
just in the movie Vice. She plays Lynn Cheney, which is weird because she doesn't she really,
Right.
It was a pretty amazing transformation. But yeah. Uh-huh. All right. And who's gonna play your dog?
Tucker will play Tucker.
Tucker as himself will be in the credits.
Anybody else we need to think about that's significant?
Well, Clara, but I mean,
Right.
she could also play herself.
Right. She could play herself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. And then you'll just have random people. Who's gonna play you, Corey?
I have no clue.
I know
Here we
who.
go. Who, Anne-Marie?
That Glover Jr. dude.
I'm terrible with actors. I have no clue.
Childish Gambino.
Yeah, Childish Gambino, that guy. Isn't that the
Really?
same guy?
Donald Glover?
Yeah.
Same guy.
Yeah.
People don't know that, which is really funny. They don't know it's the same
I didn't
person.
know it, and then I knew it, and I was like, "Are they?" Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that would be a good one for you.
Interesting.
Yes.
I'll take it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think it's a compliment. I don't mean it in a bad way.
Who will play you? Oh, I know who. I don't know her name.
Gosh, I can't wait for this.
Elaine from Seinfeld.
Julia Louis Dreyfus.
Yep.
She's like
Really?
one of the best comedic actresses.
She's
ever.
great.
Wow.
That is you.
That's
Yes.
all right. I'll
That's a
take
good
that.
one. That's a good one.
I didn't know where it was going. It could go really bad where you would say something and I'd be like,
No.
Son of a-
"Damn you,
That's a good
Corey."
one. That's a good one.
Yeah, and we dance the same. Actually, I dance better than her. Do you remember when she was Elaine on Seinfeld?
Absolutely.
And how
The
she
full
would
body
dance?
dry heave.
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
Full body dry heave.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else we have to cover?
I don't think so.
Chris Mann, do you have anything you want to get off your chest?
I've
Besides
said
that sweater?
I've said enough.
That's
Yeah, I do want
This
to
is
get this off.
fantastic. I can't wait to see what he's gonna wear next week.
I'll come without a shirt on.
Hey,
I'm gonna be out that
nice.
episode.
Yeah,
I'll be
yeah,
out.
just sit up here like,
Yeah,
Look
let's
at me,
not do that.
ladies.
That'll be an audio only
yeah.
episode.
Sorry, the camera broke. We're just gonna do this.
Because you won't be able to see anything because of the reflection because I'm so white.
Yes. Right.
No, I feel like I've covered enough about myself this episode.
Okay.
Yeah. I can't
right.
wait till we find this clip for the reality or for the
Oh my
entertainment
God,
tonight
I'm
that
gonna
led to
die.
the reality show.
And then we have to figure out a food for next time.
We'll ask online, right?
Yeah.
We'll let
And I
somebody.
mean, it
Nothing
doesn't-
crazy. It has to be
it-
crazy.
We're not going down this
Sardines.
road.
We could do sardines.
I've never had a sardine. My mom
You've never
loves
had sardines?
No, my mom
like
loves
the
them.
canned sardines.
I ate those in college.
I like the whole.
Why is
What?
that? Why is that a stop?
Why would you eat them in college? Like I eat burgers in college.
Right. I
Like-
made my own grilled cheeses.
Yeah. You had
So that-
sardines.
So that's odd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was easy.
My
You could put the
mom-
cans. You could have just a million cans. I had a tub of like snacks and foods and things to eat in my room.
And there were sardines
Yeah.
instead of like microwave mac and cheese.
Right, or like the noodle,
Yeah,
like just
ramen
add,
noodles.
yeah, just add hot water. Really?
Yeah.
It's weird.
Is it?
Yeah, there you have friends. You have friends from college
I do.
who tell stories to their current friends.
About me eating
There
sardines?
was, I still remember, there was this guy, Corey.
One dude.
He would
What
just
was his name?
open
What
up
was his
cans
name?
of sardines and
Really?
eat them. Oh yeah, like
That's
oh
odd.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes. It's odd even if you're a grown up and you say, I eat sardines as a snack.
yeah, it's weird.
I-
How's that a
Well-
weird snack?
It's a weird snack.
I mean, I don't
weird
eat them
snack.
now, but no, it's not. You guys are crazy.
Are we?
I think so.
Do you think we're crazy?
We'll
Chris?
let
I'm
people
with
sound
you.
off.
I mean, no. So all right, so you like see I've never had my mom likes them. And I like the can. Actually, was disappointed the Spam can was not the same.
The peel
Spam-
back, the roll
like
back
the
lid.
roll
Yeah.
back lid. I
I don't know if
that.
I loved them. They were probably cheap, and I had them.
Maybe get them on sale like $25 for $1. He was like, oh yeah.
Probably. Yes.
All right, who's taking the Spam home?
Chris, are you kidding me? That's not a question. Right?
Do you want the bread and the cheese and all of it?
Well, your kids will eat the.
My kids will eat the bread and the cheese. Yeah.
That's what you
He'll just eat the Spam out of the
We
can.
have bread and cheese in my house.
You joke. Thank God.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll see what we're gonna do next time.
All right, signing off.